Establishment Yahweh Malakwaka Taba'a Ratazaka Haya Aisha Kawa Banasayawan Abo Hawishai Nawa Wahatafa Aras La Iwalamium Aman.
And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, in peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. And what I want to get into today, okay, is we see, the gradualism of, this banking system, okay, for the global economy that they want to bring, which is going to be used, which is going to use what they call a CBDC, which is central bank digital currency, okay, and we hear about that often. It's being brought up, okay. You have executive orders, signed into law, all right, dealing with gradually and progressing, economies towards what? The CBDC, central bank digital currency. And we just keep up with these things as they're happening in real time, okay, because this is the infrastructure. This is part of the infrastructure, okay, of the MOTB, the Karagma, okay. We're right here at the doorsteps. Matter of fact, let me start there first. Okay. When you go to Romans 13 and 11, and it says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Okay? And the word is going out so our people can awake, out of that slumber, okay, of darkness, man. Okay? Because when you're asleep, you're unaware of what's going on around you. You're oblivious, okay, to what's going on around you. Okay? And our people, you still have masses of our people that are in the slumber to really what's going on. Okay? They don't understand the workings, okay, of the devil. They don't know who the devil is. Okay? Still have our people don't even know who Edomites are, man. Don't know who they are. Okay? There's still a lot of our people that's in deep darkness as we are right here at the doorstep, because the things needed to fulfill prophecy is here. You see, what we're seeing is things being put in position to fulfill prophecy, man. And those last two major prophecies, this Third World War, okay, and, all right, the Karagma. And both things are building up as we speak. Okay, because the global economy, all right, is in recession. Lord, I could do a video on that tomorrow morning. Found a pretty good video going into it, but pretty much it's a global recession, and they plan to reset the economy, okay, with these CBDCs, which is going to be controlled by a device that's going to go in you. Okay, so let's get that. Got an article. Then I got a video we can get into. All right, now this is from Blacklisted News. Okay, and it says intersecting globalist agendas, CBDCs. It says the world is divided by insanity. We are living through two separate realities: useful idiots and delusions of grandeur, from the woke to the broke, oblivious to what's in store. As his disciple wept, the monk asked what he knew. The disciple told of a dream, all right, yet the dream could not come true. Okay, now as we get into it, All right, it said the information war, the psychological operations, the distractions, and the false flags are relentless. Let us talk. Let us take a step back from getting caught up in the manic scramble of unpacking the story of the day, and instead looking at the longer term unfolding outcomes and how you can counter them. And see, that's what Esau does. He gets everyone so occupied, in things that don't matter. This event, celebrity news, or these little so-called wars, and all these different events, and China said they're gonna shoot Pelosi plane down, and you know all these mass shootings, and he gets you so occupied and buried and bogged down into all this, random news. Okay, all these, crises just pop up out of nowhere. He gets people so bogged down into that while he's steady setting up his infrastructure, man. Okay? Now, as you get it says this is CBDC, says central bank digital currency. All right. Think centralized, consolidated power, but with infinite global digital printing of money, real-time monitoring of transaction, what you call programmable money. So if they could see with digital money, it's just because right now it's pretty much just a stroke of a keyboard, and that's your bank account. Okay, but you still have a lot of physical cash floating around. Okay, and they want to get rid of that so they can completely control, all right, your net worth. Okay, what you bringing in, what you sending out. Okay, they want to be in complete control. And it says real-time monitor of all transactions everywhere, all at once, all of the time. It says imagine programmable money that expires if you don't consume fast enough as a consumer. Imagine being locked out of your digital wallet for not being a good citizen, for eating too unhealthily, for criticizing the government online, for running a red light, or for not taking the latest experimental gene therapy. And see, council culture, which people think council culture is, the people up top, the people in power up top fighting against hate, fighting against discrimination, as if they're doing it as an act of care, all right, for the public. No, council culture is getting people used to social credit score, man. Okay, you will have to act a certain way. You will have to be all the way down with the beast, okay, in order to partake in the system, man. Okay, no more all these random opinions and alternative news. And see, that's why it's an attack on it. Okay, he's showing you what he's prepping to get rid of, man. The narrative that goes against him, okay, was mainly this gospel, okay, and any other narrative that disrupts, his progress. All right, and cash, man. Okay, that's why inflation has been a topic, all right, for this whole year. Okay, and it's not going anywhere. It's going to get worse. Okay, so he's showing you what he wants to get rid of so he can really usher in, all right, his satanic, all right, centralized world order, man. Okay, and it says absolute control over what you are able to spend your money on, when you are able to spend it, how often you are granted spending indulges like coffee and cheeseburgers, all tied up in a nice little bow of social credit score ratings and carbon footprint tracking. Sweden are rolling out their own social credit system hailed as modern public reward system. Okay, modern public reward system, man. Okay, you're gonna have to comply to his standard. You see, he tries to mimic the Most High, all right, on the left hand side and everything. Because as you go to the promises, all right, you go to the Deuteronomy 28. Let's mimic it. All right, because the Most High had a social credit score for us, man. All right, and we was punished for our bad social credit score, man. Okay, this is Deuteronomy 28. This is Deuteronomy 28:1. It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come unto thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power. So Esau Edom, he's moving like, well, look, if you hearken to me, I'm gonna bless you. I'm gonna let you partake in my system. Okay? He's saying the same thing. Look, if you just listen, if you just go with it, you accept the moles, you accept the pedals, you accept, everything I'm bringing, then you'll be good. That's what Esau was saying on the left-hand side, man. Okay? And the masses of people are going to accept, man. Okay? Because all they know, all right, is the here and now. Now it says, suggest using Brave browser with Mate Translate Chrome extension. Okay. And it says, Italy launches a system similar to the Chinese regime that gives points to those who have virtuous behaviors. Okay. UBI, which is Universal Basic Income, and they're going to sell it as, look, we're sorry that your industry, has diminished, your industry is no longer needed. Your job title, your job positions, have been, replaced by AI and robotics, but we hate to see you with nothing. So here, UBI, all right? But you're going to have to access it through this, all right? Karagman, give me your hand, okay? That's how Satan works, man. That's how the devil works, man. He's a casual deceiver, man, okay? It said, following the controlled demolition of the global economy, everyone got wrecked. Small businesses got wiped out, and big businesses, okay, and big businesses swept in to scoop up the real estate rubble bubble. The UK got furlough salary schemes, paying people to Netflix and chill, whereas the US sent a load of stimulus checks to its citizens, with 40% of all the dollars in history have been printed since 2022. 40% of every dollar that has been printed, okay, since its existence, has been printed since 2022, man. It said everyone got a taste of free money. The money printer aching to the next hit on a crack pipe for a fiending crackhead, man. They're conditioning the masses, man. And this picture, it reminds me of a scripture. All right, see all these people lined up. Hey, because this is that broad gate. This is also likened to that broad gate. That UBI is going to be part of that broad gate, man. That universal basic income, okay? Which you're going to have to have access to it through the Karagma, man. Okay? So let's get this, and then we'll get that video. All right, this is 2nd Esdras. All right, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. All right? And it's going to be a lot of people taken through death, and it's going to be a lot of people taken through deception, all right, by receiving this Karagma, man. Okay? And it's going to be in great numbers, man. This man is going to get billions of people to, to comply, all right, to his standard, man. Okay? And bend the knee. All right? And the way of truth shall be hidden, because why? The narrative of the truth is going to be removed. Okay? When this man really gets into it and really starts making things mandated and rolling things out, man, the Lord is going to remove the prophets, man. Okay? The way of truth is going to be hidden. Okay? The famine of the word. All right? It's going to be way worse than the famine of actual, food and drink. All right? As we see, that's a heavy topic as well. But it's all prophecy, man. Now, let's get this video here.
I think we're unique because now, as you can see, we are in a studio atmosphere. We're not in a remote atmosphere anymore. But then how do we...
Now is a time for judgment.
This is a time for judgment. Welcome to today's show. I've talked a lot about the digital currency, why it's important to know this, and how blockchain ties into it. A lot of people don't understand how cryptocurrency works, which is understandable, but all this stuff ties into cash, digital payments, where people think, well, we already use PayPal. Is going to be inside of people, and I'm going to show you all of these things in this video, but I want to thank a subscriber on the website by the name The More Power who shared this. And again, I have a lot going on in my life. Some people don't realize that, and because I don't open up about my life, and that's to remember is this key word. I'm going to start using it more and more so that when people
should be back. Oh boy. Salakia. Yeah, it just threw me all the way off. You know, I had to restart the phone. Let me know if y'all can hear me, if I'm good. You know, it threw me all the way off. I'm gonna play it back a little bit. Try to pick up where we left off. But yeah, y'all just let me know. Everything coming through on y'all end. I'm gonna play the video. Y'all let me know how it sound.
hear it, they realize what they're trying to do. It's not a big deal. Digital service, which is going to be called FedNow, is set to launch by July 2023. Now, people just hear this and they think to themselves, it's not a big deal. Digital currency. It's like crypto. It's like, you know, Bitcoin and all this stuff, which was the precursor for this. Bitcoin, I always talk about desensitizing people to certain things, which is pretty much everything that they do. Because if people realize what they were really doing, if they just did it overnight, people would react by saying, no, I'm not interested. No, you're not doing that. They need to ease everybody into everything, and they desensitize people. That's the whole point of Bitcoin and everything else. There's going to be a massive one world currency, which is going to be a digital currency. Now, I'm going to show you the video that the Federal Reserve released on their YouTube channel. So it shows you what FedNow is, and I'm going to show you what blockchain is. But one thing that's important to remember is this key word. Now, I'm going to start using it more and more so that when people hear it, they realize what they're trying to do, and that is stakeholder. They use the word stakeholder. We hear Klaus Schwab, we hear the World Economic Forum constantly say it because they want to be able to mind control people into thinking that they're in control when they have no control. And that's what they're doing with this federal currency. They're telling you that it's decentralized. They're telling you that no one's in control of any of it, when in reality that is the total opposite is true. They're in total control of everything, including all of your information and all of your data. And it's all going to be tied inside your body. Now, let me play this clip first about how Bitcoin, they're doing experiments, because they're doing this with blockchain across very many different species. They're doing it with rats, they're doing it with monkeys, they're doing it with humans, because the plan at the end of the day is to have this inside of you. You will not be able to buy or sell without having the mark. Okay, that means something that's inside of your body. You will not be able to make purchases without it, and that's why they need to get everything digital. So this is a clip from Stephen Colbert where they were deflecting and making humor about the fact that they were testing blockchain in rats. If anyone had common sense, they would say, why would they need to test blockchain in rats? I don't get it. Because what happens after rats? Oh, humans. And why would they want it inside of humans? Well, I think you can figure that out. Here's the clip.
There's a plan to put Bitcoin in mouse DNA with a genetically engineered virus. Here's the plan. You may know a Bitcoin wallet can only be accessed using its private key. They will buy some Bitcoin, then tie the mouse's value to that Bitcoin by editing the mouse's genetic code to carry the private key that controls the Bitcoin. This manipulation.
This nigga is absolutely crazy, man. Okay? This nigga is crazy, man. Okay? And people sit around and play and see all you niggas that play around with Esau, you know, you niggas in the world that, you know, we can't peel off Esau, you niggas that, you know, looked at Biden as some savior, okay? You jakes in Israel and even women in Israel that want to give Esau a pass, The Most High is finna show you how crazy this man is, how off the chain, all right, this man is. Well, the Most High, the scripture called this man the wicked. You know, like you have titles for Israel, you know, Jeshurun, okay, which is mean upright one. Okay, you got different titles for Israel, Zion, which means memorial, Jerusalem, you know, Yerushalayim, city of peace. Okay, this nigga name is the wicked, and people finna see, man. Okay, all the playing and, you know, everybody in their feelings and everybody some guru. Esau finna be center stage, all right. And he gonna have everything out, man. His witchcraft, his technology, okay, the tool, okay, the iron, all right. He finna be center stage with it, man. Okay.
Will result in genetically engineering the world's first douche mouth.
Okay. Now, for those of you that don't understand, before I get to the Fed's video, how this all works, again, blockchain and digital currency, this is how it all works. It's all about, listen to some of the trigger words in there, about how the people are in control. Because this new world order, I've said this many times over, is going to be under the mind control influence that you're in control. That there isn't this higher power, hierarchy of elite corporate goons and all these people in control, that the people are in control. The people are the ones doing this. When that's not the case. They're just going to use things like stakeholders to make you feel responsible, like you have power in this, when you don't. And they're going to have the power to freeze your bank accounts. They're going to have power to do everything with you, including control you. But here is just a rundown on how this works.
When you vote, have you ever wondered whether your ballot is actually counted? If you meet someone online, how do you know they're who they say they are? When you buy coffee that's labeled fair trade, what makes you so certain of its origin? To be sure, really sure, about any of those questions, you'd need a system where records could be stored, facts could be verified by anyone, and security is guaranteed. That way, no one could cheat the system by editing records, because everyone using the system would be watching. Systems like this are on the horizon, and the software that powers them is called a blockchain. Blockchains store information across a network of personal computers, making them not just decentralized, but distributed. This means no central company or person owns the system, yet everyone can use it and help run it. This is important because it means it's difficult for any one person to take down the network or corrupt it. The people who run the system use their computer to hold bundles of records submitted by others, known as blocks, in a chronological chain. The blockchain uses a form of math called cryptography to ensure that records can't be counterfeited or changed by anyone else. You've probably heard of the blockchain's first killer app, a form of digital cash called Bitcoin that you can send to anyone, even a complete stranger. Bitcoin is different from credit cards, PayPal, or other ways to send money because there isn't a bank or financial middleman involved. Instead, people from all over the world help move the digital money by validating others' Bitcoin transactions with their personal computers, earning a small fee in the process. Bitcoin uses the blockchain by tracking records of ownership over this digital cash, so only one person can be the owner at a time, and the cash can't be spent twice, like counterfeit money in the physical world can.
So he's pushing it as if people gonna be in control of the money. And when you think of it, all right, this man's a wicked genius because people are pissed off at the government. See, these governments are put in position to piss you people off. Okay, so you can beg for a new system because their spirit of revolution, okay, is heavy in the air. All right, and he already has a proposed plan with this blockchain and making it seem, well, look, you people, you govern yourselves with this blockchain. You know, you govern yourself with this blockchain, this device, and no one can cheat. No one can, hey, this nigga is a wicked genius, man. You know, this is what he coming with.
But Bitcoin is just the beginning for blockchains. In the future, blockchains that manage and verify online data could enable us to launch companies that are entirely run by algorithms, making self-driving cars safer, help us protect our online identities, and even track the billions of devices on the Internet of Things. These innovations will change our lives forever, and it's
Okay? And now that Fed's instant payment service, which they're saying is going to launch by July 2023, now that it's already in place, this